Welcome to OCD Clarity. My name is Luc, and today I want to talk about an important topic, and that is sitting through the anxiety waves, the panic, and sitting with all the uncomfortable feelings OCD brings. When I look back at my OCD journey, I see that this particular thing was something I really struggled with. And when I talk to people lately who have OCD, I see that most of them struggle with it a lot. So I want to cover it, and I want to give you an explanation what to do and how it works. So when you have OCD, you will have a lot of anxiety, a lot of discomfort, feelings of discomfort, a lot of panic, feeling of unease, all that kind of things, and a lot of thoughts, images, urges. And what is understandable but harmful for your recovery is doing compulsions. And you need to know that compulsions can be very subtle and hard to spot. And I'm a very stubborn guy in some areas, or was. And this particular thing, sitting with the unease, sitting with the uncertainty, sitting with the anxiety, sitting with the thoughts, was something I tried, but I tried only for one day, and then I hoped it went and everything was fixed. But it doesn't work that way. So what people with OCD do is they have an obsession, they have anxiety, and they will perform a compulsion, something they do in the moment to feel better. And this gives you the illusion that it works. It will give you a feeling of comfort, a feeling of anxiety relief, almost a little high feeling. And it was like drugs for me, you know. And I was hooked on that shit. I was constantly pushing away my thoughts, reassuring myself, trying to feel a certain way. And when I was really panicked, I was trying to get rid of the anxiety in the moment. And it will give you the illusion, if you do a compulsion, that it works because you feel better. But on the long term, the thoughts, the theme, or the particular subject that you fear will return, and the anxiety rises again. And this is the loop, the constant loop of a trigger, anxiety rises, compulsion, decrease of anxiety symptoms. But if you are doing a compulsion, you will never recover, never. You will never recover. So the most important thing to remember is that when you have OCD, and when OCD is everywhere in your life, you will be constantly triggered throughout the day. I was triggered 24/7, and it constantly morphed. Harm OCD, health OCD, and all different subforms within. When I had triggers that were present for years, and I was doing compulsions for years, subtle ones, just like walking somewhere scared of something, and then pushing away the feelings of anxiety, or reassure myself that everything was all right. And you think it works, but it never does. So what you need to implement, and it sounds easier than it is, because in the moment when you really are anxious, you will do everything to get rid of it. It's understandable because it feels so real. The anxiety feels so real. The situation feels so real that it's on the top of your priority list in the moment, that it is understandable why you would do a compulsion and why it is so hard to stop it. But it is necessary. So I already talked about it in a lot of different videos. You can practice this. So when you have severe anxiety or severe OCD, if I take myself as an example, I had 7 out of 10 anxiety throughout the day, constantly, never stopped. It always was present, always was lingering, and it never went, only when I was drinking. So, or doing a compulsion. So you can really try to, just on your own, laying in bed, and just feel everything OCD throws at you, every thought, every emotion, every feeling, and let it do whatever it wants. And if this is the first time you will doing this will be hard, very hard, but you will get better of it. And this is the mindset, and this is the thing to implement throughout your day. And you will do compulsions because you're so scared. It is, you can't stop every compulsion now. It isn't possible, but you can gradually build and implement this. So when you have a fear that is scary but not on the top of the hierarchy, then you can try to really let every anxiety symptom be present when you're triggered. So let me take an example of myself. Yeah, I have 1,001, but I was really scared around sales meetings because I want to impress the other person or have a good result, and typically around these subjects, around work, I was really anxious, and I was in the moment when I had a sales conversation, I was really trying to push away the anxiety, push away the thoughts, because I couldn't concentrate. I was realized. I really was. I wasn't present, and I wanted to try and force my presentness, but it doesn't work that way. And I was really distracted constantly, and I was trying to push away the distractiveness, but it didn't work. So it only got worse. So when I saw this, and when I really tried this at home, to feel everything OCD and anxiety brings, I try to implement it in this kind of situations. And my God, that's really brutal. It's really hard, because I was 1,000 times more anxious than when I was at home. But you need to build this this habit, and you need to really expose yourself to this anxiety, and let everything happen. When you feel distracted, feel distracted. When you feel 1,000% anxiety, let it happen. When thoughts are racing, let all the thoughts race. When you feel if you need to vomit, let everything happen. Let everything happen. And really around my harder fears, it took months and months and months of exposure and not performing compulsions. And gradually my anxiety response naturally came down. And at the end, you don't even realize you have anxiety, and you realize, huh, where was it? It isn't present anymore. And this is very important for you to show your brain that you're not scared of it anymore. Even that you are scared in the beginning, but you really need to implement this in your life. There's no other way. You can hide from your feelings. You can push away your feelings the rest of your life. You can try to feel better for the rest of your life and never get better of OCD. And that's the reality. So please, please implement this. If you have any questions, please contact me, leave a comment, and I will upload a lot more videos. I was a little bit busy. I was on holiday, came back, had some things to do for work, and but I will upload a lot more. If you have any suggestions for videos you want to see, please contact me. If you need help, please leave me a message. And all these things, all these subjects I discuss on this channel, you can find it written down in my OCD Clarity Action Plan. It's a guide of getting better of OCD, and it will direct you to the right information. And you really need to work at it, not lightly, but give it all, because OCD is stubborn, and for a long time you couldn't recover from it, and now you can, but it takes a lot of persistence, focus, and you need to give it all. Then you can really get better. And I was a severe case, and I'm recovered. So, and I considered myself as really bad, anxiety through the roof, more than 15 years anxiety and depression, OCD, everything. So thank you very much. Have a nice day, and please give it a like.